Look at this mushroom. Okay, and my new white shoes. So, quick little video today. I've been walking out here at this cemetery for a long time, and I've seen this grave over here. I came over to it originally because I thought that it was one of those zinc graves they were selling. So like they look like stone, but if you go up and you knock on them, that they're zinc, and they actually ring to them. And I saw this, and there's not a lot of Native American sites that you can find that easily in Pittsburgh. Of course, with the rivers, there was a lot of Native Americans around and tribes, but you know, a lot of them just got pushed out by all the industry. I mean, this place was industrially pounded, and I kept trying to look up this Chief Whirlwind and couldn't really find a lot on him. There's like 3 or 4 different Chief Whirlwinds in the area, and or not in the area, online. One's in Oklahoma, and then there were some different ones out west, and none of them made sense. But I found a Facebook post today, and somebody, I feel like, did a lot of good research. So apparently this was a Native American chief that was from Virginia, and inevitably ended up here in Pittsburgh, and as a laborer, and contracted, unfortunately, lobar pneumonia when he was 45, and didn't want to see a white doctor. Probably didn't trust them, and rightfully so back then. If you'd read old newspapers from around 1918, this just was not a good situation for anybody that wasn't of European descent, really, in this area. So he ended up passing away, and one of the priests at this Catholic cemetery, this is Christ Our Redeemer Cemetery in Ross Township, took care of him, and I guess this is where they buried him and gave him this nice memorial. Now, I don't know when this was erected, but that's the short story of this particular person here at the cemetery. So I thought that was interesting. And if you look down over here, I'm sure when he was buried, this was a really quiet place. Look at, there's the old fence post for the old fence that would go around here, and down there is some hotels, and beyond that is McKnight Road, which is one of our more busier highways here in Pittsburgh. It's like a lot of commerce. I mean, it's a non-interstate highway, but it's one of the busiest. So you can kind of hear that. But it's a nice little wooded area. I think being right on the edge here is a nice final resting place. The other thing on here that I didn't mention is I didn't know that this existed either, and that is there's the Indian 10 Commandments. And of course, probably in today's world, they would call it the Native American 10 Commandments, more rightfully so. But at the time this was created, that's what they called it. I'll take some pictures of those, and I'll put them here at the end of this short little video. But I thought that this would be a pretty cool thing, being that I actually found out a little bit of what I think is real history. Again, Facebook isn't obviously a peer-reviewed resource, but it made sense. It made a lot of sense, because anybody that wound up here in Pittsburgh in the early 1900s all the way through like the 70s, there's a good likelihood they were doing some labor in one of the mills or somewhere else here. So all right, that's today's video, guys. Thanks for stopping in, thanks for checking this out, and I will see you on the next one.